It was a mild April morning when Evan Nichols, 32, knocked on the side door of his neighbor's house. He'd been doing odd jobs for Carol Masters, a frail widow in her 80s who still insisted on planting hydrangeas every spring. "I don't trust the landscapers," she'd said. "They don't listen to the roots." Evan didn't ask questions. He needed the cash. The flower bed she wanted redone was beside her back porch, a mossy, overgrown patch surrounded by crooked white stones. It looked untouched for decades. As Evan dug, he caught a faint sour note in the air, like something spoiled had been buried in damp cloth. The soil was strangely soft beneath the top layer, almost spongy. Then the shovel clicked against something. He thought it was a buried pot. Then he saw the edge of a shoe, pale pink, muddy, impossibly small. His hand trembled as he brushed more dirt away. It was a leg, then a hand, fingernails chipped, the skin leathery and gray. The body curled like someone sleeping. Police arrived within the hour. When they questioned Carol, she didn't cry, didn't panic, just sat in her rocking chair, hands folded neatly in her lap, staring out at the overcast sky. "That's Anna," she said. "She came back from the storm. I told her to stay put." There was no missing persons report. No fingerprints matched. The girl had no ID, no recent dental records. But inside Carol's basement, officers found something odd. A faded oil painting, roughly 24 by 30 inches. It depicted a teenage girl, hair tied in ribbons, a pale pink dress, standing in a flower bed. The painting was signed and dated, C. Masters, 1958. It was the same girl. Experts say it might have been an old obsession, a psychotic break. But no one could explain the condition of the body, preserved in a way that suggested only a few months, not years. Carol passed away 2 weeks after questioning. She never gave another statement. Jordan Miles adopted Bandit on a rainy October afternoon. The shelter said he was a 6-year-old Labrador mix found wandering near Blue Ridge Avenue. Quiet, house-trained, and anxious. Jordan was fresh out of a breakup and needed company more than logic. Bandit was gentle, but strange. Every time their walk took them near a faded greenhouse on the corner, Bandit froze. He'd whimper, growl low, scratch at the chain-link fence until his paws bled. Probably remembers the scent of another dog, Jordan told herself. One Saturday, she let go of the leash near the house. Bandit bolted into the backyard, barking violently at a patch of ivy-covered dirt. He dug for nearly 5 minutes, frantically throwing clumps of mud, whining louder each second. That's when Jordan saw something, a bit of flannel cloth, stained dark red. The body had been buried shallow, no more than 2 feet deep, male, decomposed, a belt still fastened, but no ID. His hands were bound with plastic zip ties. When police entered the house, it was still full of furniture, dishes in the sink, the back door unlocked. A half-written note on the coffee table read, "She said she'd come back tonight. If I'm gone, she took me. Tell Bandit he was right." The man was identified as Peter Lowell, a reclusive freelance editor with no family. Bandit had belonged to him. He'd been reported moved out by his landlord 6 months earlier, but no one had ever seen him leave. And the name written on the note, just a single letter, C. No other prints, no signs of forced entry, just Bandit, and a loyalty stronger than death. When Nina Harris moved into apartment 6C, it was supposed to be a fresh start. Small studio, exposed brick, vintage charm, and cheap rent. Too cheap, maybe. From the first night, something felt off. A stain on the ceiling that never dried. Floorboards that creaked under someone else's footsteps. And then, the man. She never saw him clearly, just glimpses. A pale face behind her bathroom mirror. A figure standing at the end of her hallway. Even when the hallway was only 10 feet long. But what made her question her sanity was this. He only appeared when she was completely still. If she was brushing her teeth, nothing. But the moment she paused, held her breath, let silence take over. She'd feel him there, watching, closer than before. One night she tested it, sat completely motionless for 10 minutes, and in the reflection of the microwave door, she saw him standing right behind her, smiling, with no eyes. She fled the apartment that night. But here's the part no one can explain. The building doesn't have a 6C. The floor plan skips from 6B to 6D. There's no trace of her lease, no key on record. And when her sister went back to find it, the door where 6C should have been was just a blank wall. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the story, like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more. Got a story to share? Drop it in the comments. Until next time, stay safe and stay curious.